I'm gonna say this real quick. If you're the type of person, wait, I actually have to show you how cool my house is. Let me do this real quick. Gotta get a little setup, set the scene. There we go. Could we make it better? I'm gonna make it better. Watch, 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 watch. One sec. Come on. There we go. Okay. Ha, my apartment is cooler than yours. We got a disco ball. We got some skulls on the walls. That shit is tight. Junji Ito posters. You wish you were me. I just had to say, if you're a wasteful fucking person, please stay the fuck away from me. That's weird as shit. I remember working at my last job as a luxury concierge with the rich people. They showed me all types of shit they'd throw out. They'd come up to me and be like, oh, excuse me, so I know the DoorDasher just dropped this off to my door a few seconds ago, but there wasn't a sticker on it. So I don't know if she opened it and tampered with my food or not, but like, I think I'm gonna throw this out, but I don't know a place to put this whole pizza. Can you toss it out for me? And it's like, bitch, yes I will. And I tossed that shit right down my throat. The pizza was fine. I had a chicken buffalo pizza dinner, and it was amazing. I found this channel on the internet. It's a dumpster diving page. People will throw out so much shit. Halloween decorations, Christmas decorations, full unopened, unexpired packs of makeup. They will throw away jewelry just because it didn't sell. What the fuck is that? Also, I'm learning of different types of shit rich people do. It'll be like, oh, hey, guess what? I learned that this woman's family was so rich that even when they were struggling in like credit card debt and all this shit, the mother insisted on buying new clothes all the time, and instead of just hiring someone to like do their laundry for them because they had enough money for that, they would just throw out the clothing. She thought it was gross to wear your own clothing more than once, and so they would buy clothes, wear it one single time, immediately put that shit in the garbage. Also, food service. I'm lucky that in the areas I'm at, whenever there's spare food, they're like, hey, guess what? We have spare pastrami in the fridge. Go ahead and take that shit home if you want. Oh, hey, these people didn't pick up their food. So, hey, food staff people, keep it yourselves or give it to the local homeless. Whatever you want to do with it, do it because it's fresh food. Don't let it go to waste. Some people live in areas, though, where it's like, hey, I know we made tons of fresh baked bread that is like hardly old at all, tons of vegetables. We're just gonna throw that shit right in the dumpster. And then to make it extra evil, let's sprinkle that poison all over the dumpster so that not even the homeless or any hungry staff of ours could eat it without dying. I met this one dumb bitch I remember it was actually like one of the first days at one of my last jobs in luxury apartment buildings. Bitches, like this bitch was like, oh yeah, I found this massive ring earlier, and I was like, oh really, do you still have it? She was like, no, but it was huge, it was like a rock. It was so big I doubt it was real. I threw it right in the garbage. And I thought, I just got the job, so I didn't want to say, you stupid fucking bitch, why would you do that? Because one, even if it is costume jewelry, there's bitches like me who love jewelry and wish I had jewelry. And then two, lab grown jewelry is a thing. Her excuse was, oh, that rock was too big, it's no way it was real. Lab grown diamonds, moissanite, like, bitch, that shit is But also, just why would you throw it the fuck away? Also, you live and work in someone's apartment building. The statistics of one of these rich ass CEOs or sugar baby girlfriends or tech people losing jewelry and coming down to the front desk like, hey, have you lost? I lost something. Did you find it? Why would you not decide to keep it just in case? Or even give it to, I don't know. I did ask her if it was still in the garbage, and I checked the garbage and I couldn't fucking find it, but it pissed me off. It's like, girl, what the fuck are you thinking? I don't know. I'm the type of person where if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it is broke, add Mod Podge, add glue, stitch that shit up. Boom, like new. Like, oh, are the ends of your braids getting bad? Cut that shit into a bob and keep it pushing. Oh, is your synthetic wig tangling up? Okay, detangle it. The fuck? Oh no, your favorite sweater got some stains? I guess it's a new fucking look then. It's a new design. Oh, this fabric got too fucked up, like it's getting all torn and shit. Well, I guess we're gonna turn this dress into a crop top. Oh, it's way too raggedy, then I guess it's fucking rags. We're gonna use it to clean the house. I don't know. Maybe it's just growing up poor, but you're told to utilize things as much as you can. Also, just in general, whenever I've dealt with someone over a certain level of stupidity or a certain level of income, they start doing dumb shit. This one nigga, he wasn't even. Actually, no, I'll talk about the rich nigga first. I dated this one ex who came from money. Like, his house was $1 million or whatever. Stable, two-family household, stable, mostly. Uh, he came out as well as a black child with two white parents can. And I say that as a joke, but no, he actually did get something is wrong. I have too many stories of how weird the shit gets in Oakland. Was that a tasteless joke? I'm sorry. But it was like, hey son, how was school today? Fuck you, dad. Hey, no need for that language. Kill yourself, dad. That's what I meant by. I have no problem if you have two white parents. If you have two white parents and you came out the other side, great, good for you. Otherwise, I'm so sorry. Because the other girl I know who had that situation actually is a pedophile with like psychopathic homicidal tendencies. But, I'm going to shut the fuck up because this is not on topic. Anyway, one of my rich exes, one of them, because I have many, this nigga would go out to eat. He was a picky eater. He'd go out to this specific restaurant in Rockridge called Cactus. He'd sit down, order a cheese and tomato quesadilla. He'd wait and sit there for it to be prepared. And it was a sizable one, like quite long. He would take 2 single bites of it, a sip of water, and then go, I'm done. And then immediately throw it out. Like throw it right in the garbage can. A big ass quesadilla. And then go home. And then guess what he'd do like a few hours later, like probably 3 hours later, he'd go, I'm hungry again, let's go to Cactus. And he'd just keep doing that over and over and over. He could spend like, and also they were overpriced as fuck. I think it was like $16 for one fucking quesadilla. He would do this like at least twice a day, but usually up to 3 or 4 times a day. And the weirdest shit is, he got mad at me when I would suggest like just saving the first quesadilla and just eating that and then say, that just seems smart. Some people hate fucking microwaves, though. I don't know. He would get mad at me. And then eventually, at some point, I was like, you know what? I'll just offer to take it for him. And then I can, because he already knew I came from food scarcity, but he would get mad if I asked to take that shit home. And it's like, what's the issue? It's fresh food. Completely fine. At some point, he got the ick from me, and I got the ick from him, and it was one of the weirdest shits ever. What the fuck? I can always tell when I'm going to get along with the person because if they have leftovers they're going to toss out, they're the type that's like, oh, you want it? Yeah, sure, fuck it. Like, and then the bad ones are like, ooh, I paid for it, it's my food. This is my garbage, it's nasty. And then they want to throw out fresh food and I don't know. Actually, yeah, I worked as a PA on a film set recently, and they had so much food. I'm talking like fresh fruit, tons of coffee with creams and sugar, boxed lunches, all this shit. And I was like, I just had a gut feeling. I was like, so what y'all gonna do with the food? They were like, oh, we're just gonna toss it out. And I was like, toss it out? All this fresh orange juice and the apples and the, why? And like, at some point they were happy. They were like, oh shit, you want to take them? Go ahead. But at some point I was like, why were you gonna throw it? This is a work. You could leave it for someone else to eat here at the building. It's all still fresh. And they were like, who would want this? What do you mean who would want this? It's food that's been, it's all completely wrapped. And like, what? Like, most of the shit was food safe. If it was like, we don't want to give away spoiled fruit that's been sitting out for hours, that's fine. But it was like, most of it was like completely unpeeled oranges, apples, coffee, like tons of shit. And then at some point I just really was trying to get their logic. I was like, why are y'all going to toss this out? It's so much. Some of them said, oh, we don't have space in our car. They were like, hey, we don't feel like asking around. And it's like, why would the dumpster is harder to get to than it would to ask a person, hey, do you want free food? Who's going to I don't know. At some point, one of the, I could say the word bitches, but I don't want to be mean. At some point, one of the ladies got kind of salty with me with her light-skinned ass, and she was like, ooh, just take the fucking food, bitch. And of course I did. And guess what? Well, I would show you my fridge, but it's gross. But guess what? I took that shit home. I also just hate stupid people, because it's like, once I was out, this dude was like, I'm gonna treat you to lunch. This fuck buddy I had named Marco, ugly-ass motherfucker. We went out to eat, and then he ate half of his burrito, and I ate half of mine. And at that point, we had only been sitting for like maybe 10 minutes or so. I can't even say 20, like 10, 15 minutes before and it was mostly conversation. We hardly even got to eat. Before he tried to grab my tray and his tray, and he was like, all right, let's start heading to my apartment. And he tried to throw out my food on top of his. And I was like, wait. What the fuck you doing? He was like, what? I said, I haven't finished eating yet. Also, why are you going to throw away your food? You took like 3 bites of it, and now you're just trying, like, you spent like maybe 20 fucking bucks on this food? Probably more, because it's San Francisco Mexican food. It's overpriced as shit. I was like, really? I was like, here, actually, let's get it to go box. Also, I'm taking yours. And he was like, you're taking mine? Wow, you're gonna take food that I paid for? And I had to tell him, you already paid for, like, yeah. You paid for your food, and you were gonna toss it out. And you paid for my food, which you also gonna toss out. Frankly put, no difference in your life happens, because you already paid for my food and yours. I'm just helping you not waste your money, and you feed me, which makes me happier, and it makes me more willing to fuck you. And he understood that logic, even though he was still a little salty. And it's like, why the fuck are you salty? I don't know. Anyway, moral of the story, I hate stupid dumb bitches. I hate it. If you're the type of bitch who is like, I don't know, you don't always need to be buying shit. You don't have to, I don't know. Whenever I see people just go, I'm gonna totally, actually, this broke at some point. This is a candy dish. It broke. And instead of tossing out a perfectly beautiful item and then paying another $20 for it, I put on Mod Podge. And this shit is strong as hell and haven't broke since. Like, I don't know. Something about food waste and clothing waste, and I just think make the most of what you have already. Some people can say, Tamia, you need to have more of an abundance mindset. I say, I do. Because I know that there's an abundance of good things I can already make the most of already. I'm not the type who's gonna eat 2 bites of a fucking massive meal, waste my cash, and then go ahead, turn around and say, oh my god, I'm so hungry and eating out is expensive. Ugh, I have to do this a million times over, ordering the same fucking quesadilla on loop so I don't starve, and then throwing it out after 2 bites. Ugh, I'm like, why are you trying to purposely turn yourself into that Greek story about the man rolling a boulder up a hill just for it to roll back down at the end of the day? My brother in Christ, you have food that you've been throwing away for no fucking reason. Come on now. Just what the fuck? Now, I will say this. If you do have a sweater that is like really, really fucked up, it's okay to buy another. I'm just saying. If it's the last sweater you had was cute and it's decently repairable, or you can upcycle it into a whole different type of fabric or thing, like turn that old sweater into a beanie or a scarf. I don't know, just that's my type of person. So if you're that type of person, we can be friends. And if you're not, get the fuck out of my face. There.